Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. My friend Beth did not like cooking. She told me that because of the bad experience from her mother. She said her mother would cook the same dish over and over again until the family started to complain, and then she would switch and she would cook another dish again, repeated many times. And her mother did not like cooking at all. So when Beth grew up, her experience of cooking is a very negative one. And this all changed after she adopted my fast cooking system. And with my fast cooking system, it is template-based cooking in combination with advanced prepping that make home cooking never boring and uninteresting. So in this video, I would like to discuss what is a template and the significance of templates in making home cooking diverse, interesting, and varied. And in this video, I would like to show you how to construct a template and use it as a source for create variations. In this case, this template is a unique way to cook salmon. And using this salmon template, I can create many different kinds of salmon salad. From a basic salad, such as this salmon laid over a bed of romaine lettuce. And by cooking the same salmon, you can vary the composition of the salad. And when you have advanced prepping, you can make changes to this salad almost instantaneously. As indicated here, the salmon is still the same, but the salad has changed, and the end result is that you have a very different culinary experience. So first of all, let me tell you a little bit about what is a template. Basically, it's a template that is a set of cooking procedure you created specifically tailored to your needs. So the foundation of this salmon template is that I'm going to pan fry the salmon, but in a way that I have worked on for about a couple months. I have several criteria how I want the salmon be. First of all, I want the salmon to cook evenly despite their thickness. As you can see here, the salmons are in different sizes. Certain pieces of salmon are thicker than the others. The problem is that normally if you cook the salmon as it is, when it comes, you will find that the thicker part of the salmon will be undercooked. Or if it cooked just right, the thinner part of the salmon will be overcooked. So the most effective strategy to make sure to cook the salmon evenly is to cut up the salmon in relationship to their thickness. So you can cook the thin pieces shorter as you cook the thick pieces thicker. The second criteria for this template is that I want the salmon skin to fry and actually to be blackened. This way it will allow me to eat the salmon skin, and in fact, using this method, the salmon skin is truly delicious. Because during this frying process, the oil is driven out from the skin. So part of the significance of this template is that I lay the salmon onto the wok with the skin side down first. The third criteria of this template is that I want the side of the salmon also slightly fried, so that will give the side of the salmon a crispy texture. So in this case, cutting the salmon into chunks has distinct advantage. This will allow me to fry all sides of the salmon by easily maneuvering them. This will give the salmon better flavor. The last but not the least criteria in this template is that I want to be able to cook the salmon quickly. So as you can see here, cutting the salmon into chunks, I can cook them in less than 3 or 4 minutes. I have worked on this template for several months, and for me, this is probably the best way to cook salmon. So this is considered to be at the heart of the template, which you figured out the procedure to cook the most important ingredients in the template to perfection. And once you develop this template, the rest of it becomes very easy for you to create many variations according to this template. Since my wife loves salmon, this template allows me to create many different types of salmon dishes, so she will never get bored from eating salmon. In fact, I cook salmon about 2 to 3 times a week. I usually purchase about 1 pound of salmon, and I divide them into 3 meals. Okay, so now is the foundation of this template. Next, I'm going to show you the application of how to use this basic template to create many variations. In this case, I'm going to focus on a salmon salad. But of course, you can use the same template and use the salmon in many other types of dishes as well. So okay, now the salmon is done. In fact, it is perfectly cooked based on our taste preference. Next is I'm going to show you the various type of variation of salmon salad that I'm going to create. Most of the time, I will already have the salad prepared. So all I have to do now is to place the salmon on top of the salad. When I first started to create salmon salad, I started out to be relatively simple and modest. So I just put the salmon directly on some romaine lettuce. However, right off the bat, I realized that I can create far more interesting salad in addition to just using romaine lettuce. So I expanded the ingredients in the salad by including some cucumbers as well as colored bell pepper that I already have in my advanced prepping. I also added some balsamic vinegar to the salad. The foundation of the dish is still the same, and it used the template for fry the salmon. When I discovered that I don't have any romaine lettuce on hand, but I had some spinach, so I changed the romaine lettuce to spinach again, but I still using the cucumber as well as the colored bell pepper, and I add balsamic vinegar to the dish as well. Same salmon template, but it provides a very different culinary experience. Next, I make further change to this template. I added cherry tomatoes to the dish. The pan-fried salmon is still the same, but now with the tomato added to the dish, it takes on a new characteristics that it did not have before. Again, based on what I have in my advanced prepping, I find that I have some purple cabbage. So I add the purple cabbage to the salad. Now we have another distinct characteristics add to this salmon salad. And for this particular salmon salad, I combine romaine lettuce and spinach, and I use a regular tomato instead of cherry tomatoes. And the reason for me to be able to do this is because of my advanced prepping. I make use whatever I have on hand. And one day I look in the refrigerator, I have a lot of different things that I can put in. So in this case, in addition to spinach, romaine lettuce, tomatoes, purple cabbage, I also added scallion as well as some Parmesan cheese. In addition to balsamic vinegar, I also added a small amount of teriyaki sauce. This provides this salad an entirely different culinary experience. Here is probably the most complex salmon salad that I have created, because in addition to all the ingredients that I have put in the past, I happen to have some crouton that I make from my homemade bread, and I also have some fresh blueberry that I can add to the salad. And last but not the least, I love cranberry, so I add some cranberry raisins as well. So as you can see here, by using this template for frying salmon, I can create a whole host of different type of salad. And all of this because of the advanced prepping of what is available to me on hand. I will able to make use of them to create the variations. I still able to maintain the basic framework of the template, which is the salmon. In the future, I will give you more examples of template-based cooking. I hope you get the idea that using template-based cooking in combination of advanced prepping, it will provide you almost infinite varieties of dishes that you can create. Once you master the basic template, really the sky is the limit, which is your imagination and creativity. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. And by using my fast cooking system, home cooking will be practical, efficient, creative, and fun. And if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.